Hi, everyone. It's about 10 minutes to 5 on Thursday, and this is my video number 206, and this is your closing comment. The chart I have up here is the S&P, and for the third out of the last 5 days, we've tried to cross through the 50-day moving average, the falling 50-day moving average, and we have failed again. Today, though, we closed on the low. This is a position that we put on today in the SPXU calls, and I put out a video a little while ago, about 2 o'clock, and this is the chart that I showed you. And what we have is right here at the close, we actually had tried several times to move higher, and then we came down. This is a very tough area. We were as high as 20 something, 28.36, and couldn't hold up there into the resistance, and we came down. The rest of the market was pretty much a wash for the day. The Dow was up 39 after being up 400. The Nasdaq closed down less than $1. The S&P closed down $1.50, and the Russell was the only one to have gained 1% or more at up $12 for exactly 1%. News-wise, we had new home sales this morning, a disappointing down 15.4%. And we also had the initial claims for unemployment plus 810,000 to an adjusted 4.42 million. These were not as bad as expected on the new home sales, and so the market really kind of shrugged it off. We had Amazon recommended by Goldman Sachs with the new high target on the street of 2,900, and we closed up about $36. Zoom came out with great numbers on users, up to about 300 million, and the stock closed 169, up almost 19 for 12.5%. The oil was a little firmer again today, up about $2.50, and the SCO, which is the inverse oil ETF, which traded as high as 66 just 3 days ago, closed today at 42, down 5.5. The market was just kind of humming along, and then in the mid-afternoon, there was a report out of the Financial Times in the UK that the China trial of Gilead's drug, remdesivir, was a flop. The stock had traded as high as 84 today and then traded as low as 74. Closed at around 78, down 3.5. Earnings news, we had Capital One with a loss. The stock was actually trading 52.61, and when they posted the loss, it traded down to 50, but the last on it is 52.61, right where it started. UNP had earnings today. The stock was up 5.20, or about 3.5%, which was substantially better than last night's CSX, which was up only 60 cents, or about 1%. Eli Lilly followed through on their earnings from last night and was up $3.22, which is about 2.1%. And we have Verizon and American Express coming tomorrow. So that's about it. The day looked like it was just a wash. The advanced declines were actually pretty decent at about 1.6 to 1 to the upside. But this S&P chart looks to me like it's going to follow to the downside, maybe trade 2760 or into this support right here at this 2740 area. Have a good evening. I'll be back in the morning.